So now we want to draft the center front. We've done the center back successfully, and I hope you understand that. So I want you to follow me. We are almost repeating everything we did on the center back for the center front. So first thing first is to determine, just like you determine from 0 to 1. So I'm going to use that format by saying it's 0 here. Then it's 0 to 1. I'm going to use that same 1.5. Why? Because if we are to draft together, the center front neckline start from is 0. So in order for us not to mix it up, that is why I'm doing that. So I'm going to measure from 1 downwards, my nape to waist. So my nape to waist, which is somewhere here. So I'm going to clean this line off. So 1 to 2 is my nape to waist. Are we good? So now that we've achieved 1 to 2, which is nape to waist, we're going to continue. So what do? Like I started with the neck width, 0 to 3 is my neck measurement. That is the circumference of my neck divided by 5. So I'll make that 3. Then I'll make that 3. So for me to arrive at this 2 is my waist. Don't forget that. For me to arrive at the depth of my armhole, all I need to do is to measure 1 to 2, divide it into 2 plus 2.5 centimeter. Let me take it again. For the depth of my armhole, the cheapest way to go about it is to measure 1 to 2, which is your nape to waist. You divide into 2 plus 2.5 centimeter, which is 1 inches. 2.5 centimeter is for ease allowance. So I have it as 4. So this is where it's going to be. So I'm going to roll it across. I'm going to quickly roll across as well. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to determine my bust line. That is my bust into 4. So now we want to determine, like I said, the bust. That is quarter of my bust is 9 plus half inch for ease allowance. So that's 9.5, which is 5. To determine my back width, because I'm going to use that to determine the chest line like that. My back width, remember what we used for the center front is 7.5 plus 3/8, which gives me 7.78. So I'm going to take that measurement up. I'm just taking it up to just guide me. Are we good? Do you understand that part? So this is 5. So I'm going to make here 6. So I'm going to go to the waistline. Remember the waist was divided into 4, which is 7.5 plus half inch for ease and 1 inch for that, but that is for the back. But this time around, because the center front has more contour, which we need to take more dart for the center front. So I'll be using 1.5 inch for the dart. Do you understand? So altogether it means I'm going to have 9.5. If you look at it, it means that both the 4 to 5 and 2 to 7, we have the same measurements. Are we good? Do you understand what I did? That is 7.5, which is a quarter of the waist, plus half inch for ease allowance, plus 1.5 inches for that width. Are we good? Remember, this is the beginner's class, so I'm making it so simple and comprehensive so you can easily understand it at least for the first time. So the next thing I'm going to do is 4 to 6. I'm going to divide it into 2. I'm going to divide it into 2 to locate the midway like we did the center back. So I've determined that. So I'm going to make it 8, and I've also marked it here. I'll make it 8A. Are we good? So from here we are going to drop it by 2.5 centimeter. 2.5 centimeter. So I'm going to make it 8C. Are we good? 8C. I dropped 8 to 8C is 2.5 centimeter. Now to create the dart width. So the next thing is to determine the dart width, and remember I said we are using 1.5 inches. So I'm going to place my tape rule like this and divide the 1.5 inches into 2 equal parts, which will give me 8B and 8D. 8D. Sorry, I jumped here. I would have said 8B because we've not gotten 8B already, but you understand how it's done. So then I'll connect in this direction and the other way. So we have our waist darts already.